Hi, I'm Andrew from Qubit, here with Analog Zone and NAMM 2018. I'm going to show you our Synapse module that we're releasing this year. So the Synapse is a crossfading switch. It's got 8 inputs and 7 unique outputs. Let me show you what it looks like. So along the top here, 8 inputs. Along the bottom we have 7 unique outputs, including individual outputs for each channel, as well as 3 unique sum outputs, channels 1 and 2, channel 3 and 4, and then all the inputs summed together. So the way it works is each pair of 2 inputs comes into a crossfade circuit, which forms a channel. Completely smooth crossfading. It uses a 2164 VCA chip, extremely low distortion, high quality audio. It's got a CV input as well, and you'll notice on the LED that it shows you which signal you're currently listening to. The inputs then cascade down to our switching area, which is mainly controlled by our terminal encoder. So as I turn the terminal encoder, you're going to see all the inputs switch to different outputs. So you notice currently channel 1 is coming out of our out 1 down here. As I shift it, it moves to channel 2. I can move it back to the left as well. It's 100% clickless switching. We're using zero crossing detection to eliminate all the pops and clicks that you would normally have on a sequential switch module. Next to that, we have the scatter button, which sends all of the inputs to random outputs. So instead of it being sequential left or right, all of a sudden they go to unique and unpredictable outputs, which is a really cool thing to have in a patch. Add some sort of aleatoric aspects to it. If you ever get to a place that you don't really like where the outputs are going, you want to reset it, you just click the terminal encoder, everything goes back to normal. You'll see all the LEDs match their inputs. All those controls have CV. To the left we have our memory control. Now what the memory control does is it gives us 8 slots where we can store the current VCA states and recall them on the fly with CV. So we go to memory slot 2 here. Should listen to our sum output, become a lot more audible. So say we like these settings, we hit save, it tells you that it's saved. Now we can leave this memory location, move them somewhere else entirely. Say we like this sound now, we'll hit save. Memory slot 2, memory slot 1, and that's controlled with CV via advancing sequentially, as well as with CV it'll flow through them and linearly proportional to your CV signal. So as you go 0 to 5 volts, it's going to flow through all of the stages. Now the inertia knob on the right lets us smoothly morph between subsequent memory slots. So instead of this immediate change, which may or may not be what you're looking for in your patch, turn up the inertia knob. You hear it slide between positions. In addition, each crossfading circuit has an internal LFO modulation that you can apply. If you hold the terminal encoder and then turn up the knob, you can turn up the modulation for the internal LFO. The rate of each LFO is controlled by the inertia knob. So all the LFOs are going quickly. They're out of phase with each other so that you get these complex evolving patches really between the crossfading circuits. So if we bring all of our knobs back to our counterclockwise position, it becomes really easy to get these complex evolving textures of just various sound sources. And the LEDs update to show you what's happening. And that's the Synapse. The Synapse will be available in June, and it's going to MSRP for $339.